Yeah, without semen retention, there's no escaping from the matrix. This title just came to me. I wanted to say it so then I can remember what it is, because I just made another video for another channel, and 90% more probably people on the planet are, they have the blinders on. They're hypnotized. They believe in this show so much, this little human bot body and all the other bot bodies, and oh, I have to survive, it's all up to me, I have to like make things happen or they're not going to happen. Oh, I need money, right? Everybody says you need money. I need a lot of money. Oh yeah, I need a lot of money, and then I can go get things that I think are going to make me happy and get the car and the girl. Remember Scarface? You get the money, you get the power, and then you get the girl. Is that really that important? The girl? Do I really need to waste time and energy getting the money and then waste time and get the power and then get the girl and then what? I live happily ever after? No, you could probably have more drama. You can't see things clearly if you're not preserving your sexual energy. You can't see these things. That's my point. You cannot see these things. Can you live a decent life and can you still make money and be successful? Yeah, but who cares? I'm talking to those who realize life is something much greater than that. Yeah, I just can only talk to those people, really. This isn't about material success. It's just all meaningless. Fast forward to you taking your last breath. What matters then? How many girls you had and how many girls you slept with and how much money you had, and if you were the #1 UFC fighter and all this stuff. None of it matters. None of it matters. All that matters is your level of consciousness when you take that last breath. That's all that matters. The quality of your consciousness, what you've realized on a spiritual level, your character, etc. That's all that matters, and that totally determines where you go once you leave this dimension. You can't buy your way into a higher dimension. It's not like the higher beings are going to say, well, he has a lot of money. And then you bargain with them. I'll give you $1 million if I can get to this higher dimension. No, I want $2 million. All right, I got what you need, man. It's not like that. All this material stuff is totally meaningless when you take your last breath. So why not know that now? But you can't contemplate even what that is if you're losing your sexual energy and watching porn and beating off and chasing girls and trying to get dopamine hits and, oh, please look at me. I'm so obsessed with how I look. Oh yeah, you know how funny this looks from a higher perspective? If you could see yourself from your higher self, watching how much you care about this little silly looking body, how much you're identified with it, it would just be funny. I did it though. So that's what I mean. I'm not a hypocrite. I did it. I did it worse than most people, probably. When I was a teen, 20s, I just constantly look in the mirror. Man, I don't even know what the mirror, I don't care about the mirror anymore. I don't know how to care so much. I keep it clean. I stay, keep my gains, stay fit. Sometimes people ask me about going to the gym. You don't know how little weight I lift. I don't even hardly do anything, man, because I don't care. But I'd like to do something to keep my joints and bones strong. And, I don't want to bend over and hurt something. So fitness or exercise is one of the principles that, we need to do while we're in this body. Good diet and exercise and low dopamine stimulation, preserve your sexual energy, good company, good environment. These things are important. I talk about that on the Transcending Shadows channel. And I talk about that more in my True Health book. But now, look, I remembered my psychedelic book is out. So those who want to know about using psychedelic plants to heal, basically. This is what the book's about, and I share about my experiences with it. It's not a scholastic book, where I don't like scholastics. I don't like school. Never did. So I share my experience of experimenting with a lot of experience with ayahuasca and San Pedro and kambo and mushrooms and other things, and how I use that. What are the pros and cons, basically? I get into those subjects because there's some people out there that you feel drawn to plant medicine, and so it might, yeah, benefit you or save you some time, at least, or give you some direction. So if you're interested, you can go to my website and see the on the navigation bar books, and then you can look. And then I also have a preserving your sexual energy book, and then I have an autobiography if you want to read that and see my journey of being insane and unconscious and then starting to become conscious. And yeah, if you want. So we're talking about, yeah, you're gonna be a default player in the Matrix if you're losing your sexual energy. It's just impossible. It's impossible. You can't break the spell. The spell's too deep. It is too deep. And you get hexed on all levels. Mentally, physically, mentally, emotionally, and physically. When you're hexed on all levels, you don't know you're hexed. That's the thing. You think you're cool. Like, man, I'm cool. Oh, who's this idiot talking about like semen retention? Like, he's stupid. That's the hex talking. I already know that, though. That's why I don't take it personal. Those of you who know, you know. That's the highest benefit. That's the benefit. Is see, that's the other thing. Like, people, the benefits are also coming from the hex. When somebody's doing semen retention, they're thinking about benefits. Yeah, what kind of benefits? Delusional benefits. Benefits that support the delusion. How I look, will I look younger, this and that. And that. Those are so superficial benefits. Sometimes people say, oh, but maybe you're not doing semen retention because you have some wrinkles. And I know this guy who's 70 years old and he don't have any wrinkles. You know, like, what are you supposed to do with that? It's funny. Semen, if you do it long enough, preserve your sexual energy, you'll transcend this deep identity that you have with thinking you're just this little human bot. And that this planet is like, that's all there is. We're here on a very short vacation here. I don't feel like a vacation for most, but still. 70, 80 years here, it's like nothing, man. It's like nothing. It's like that on a cosmic level. So, but you won't be able to start, you won't have these realizations if you're like losing your sexual energy. People don't realize until you stop how much energy and time is invested in delusion, which is this sexual instinct. So much time and energy is invested in that. And for some people, it's 24/7. Anytime they're awake, or yeah, even their sleep, they're having wet dreams and thinking about it. It's like they wake up and then some watch porn immediately right when they wake up, or they're thinking about a girl. Oh, I wonder. Let me check this girl. Oh, let me check the dating app. Maybe somebody wrote me back. Like, their whole life is consumed by this, and they don't know it. Like, they think it's normal because like everybody else is doing it. That's the hex. That's the hypnosis that most of this world is in, and you can't come out of it unless you have your sexual energy in you, letting it do its thing. It's like it's an alchemic process. It, like, if you don't lose your energy, then it stays, and it like unlocks higher grades of software that's in you. And then you start to get some wisdom. You start to see things more clear. It's not like you just take a pill and everything's good. No, you get tested and you get challenged. You have to grow into this higher level of maturity, spiritual maturity. But at least you have a chance now. If we're just living unconscious, there's no chance. Like I said, they're collateral damage. You can't do nothing with them. They're like automatons walking. Girl. Yeah. So those people, they're like set dressing, in a movie. Like, they're the extras. You don't pay much attention to them. You focus on the main principal actors, which should be the people who represent a higher version of yourself. Those are your principal actors. Somehow intuitively you just feel like, okay, there's somehow, I just believe them. Yeah, but science doesn't back it up. Yeah, you don't care anymore about all that. That's part of the hex. All this scientific nonsense that they don't know from actual experience. They're like trying to study life through a very narrow lens, test tubes and theories. You've bypassed that. You know things from direct experience, which translates into wisdom. That's your, yeah, that's truth. You go by that as a measure of truth, not by superficial instruments and measuring like that. You just see through it. You don't care what the internet says. The internet says anything you want it to say. That's what the internet will say. You research the positives for this, it'll tell you it's the best thing. You research the negatives of something, it'll tell you it's the most negative thing. It has all these different things. Well, how do I know? Go do it. Go try and see. And then listen to your own higher inner intelligence tell you yes or no. Don't listen to the mind. The mind's very fickle. It can change on the drop of a hat. You know? The mind's so easily influenced by everything. Somebody will listen to what's being shared now and they're like, yeah, right on. Then they'll hear some nonsense from somebody. Oh, but the doctor says this. Oh, this one girl on a video was sharing that like semen retention is not good. Oh, what do you think about that? I don't think anything about it. What do you think about it? That's all that matters. You figure out like your recognition of truth has to activate inside you, and then you know truth when you hear it. That's all. And when you don't hear it, you know it's not truth. And it doesn't matter the level of justification and rationalization and clever play of words that they present their package with to try to sell you untruth. Like you see through that. It has no power. You start to read vibration. This is how you know if something's true, vibration. But if you don't know what vibration is, then you're going to be limited to just a very superficial mental level of wordplay, and then you're going to be confused. And those people get manipulated easy, and they also end up believing misnomers to be truth. You have to reach a certain subtle level in yourself where you can just sense truth when you hear it. You can't do that unless you're preserving your sexual energy. That's it. All right, if you want to see any of these books, you can see my website, the links in the description. Also my playlist, it's a pinned comment. You can click on that and check the books out. And yeah, that's it. Have a good day.